What's up, guys? How's it going? It's Friday, May 9th. 007 Wall Street here, doing the daily trade journal and recap on the VX algo system signals. Um, and at the end of the videos, we'll go over market analysis, where I think the market is going to go next week or, the next day and whatnot. And we've been pretty on point, spot on so far. Things been working out pretty well. So for today, I made 440. It's been a little bit tough trading here since I'm traveling. Uh, Considering the hours a little bit different, so I've been mostly ending my day by 11 a.m. So I don't see the rest of the signals, but I've been playing the market and we've been pretty fortunate at making money. So let's see how the day started. Yesterday, I talked about how we're probably, as long as we're above 56.50, we're pretty bullish and we'll remain to be bullish, right? We had a market structure flipping bearish at 944. So where is that? That's like around here, right? And what that means is any move up, we want to short the resistance. And as you can see, huge drop, right? By 10:30ish, we had huge drop. So that market structure kind of worked out. Uh, and then another flip to market structure on the bearish side at 10:30 a.m. as well. But it was already bearish market structure. And then 110, we had a buy signal, and I was obviously asleep at this point. Where's 110? Oh wow, very interesting. So we had a buy signal from somewhere around the bottom here. Pretty much you want to start buying the dip on these buy signals. So we had a nice dip here, a nice dip here. And this dip is also holding the 10-minute MOB. And that was the area, if you guys are in the chat room in our server, I talked about like, hey, you want to buy the dip around the 10-minute MOB, which is 56.70s. We went as low as 56.63, but our stop loss is usually 20 points on the MES, so that should be enough to hold. And as you can see, we went as high as 56.93 from 70. So that's 23-point move on the upside. So let's bring this back here. Let's take a look at the other signal. So the 110 buy signal worked out pretty good here. As long as you have the 10-point, 20-point stop loss, you should be able to hold that move. And then 209, we have market structure flipping bullish, while 210, we had a sell signal. Very interesting. So let's see how that played out there. So 209, 210, market structure flip bullish, right? Which means any dip that you see, you want to buy the dip when the market structure flips. And then we had a sell signal at 210, which also play out. Both of these signals play out perfectly. So you see this moved up here on the sell signal, and then we have this huge flush, right? So even though that was an NQ sell signal, I would play ES on it. So that was 56.84 if you short it, and went as low as 56.75. So almost 10 points, 9-point move. 2.2 move down here, double bottom set up a little bit, and then we end up moving higher to 56.94. So if you bought the dip at 50.76 to 94, almost like 18, 19 points. So that played out pretty well. Signals played out pretty good today if you just trust the process and follow the process, and then just don't FOMO at the right places. And then let's take a look at the longer time frame to see where we think the market is going. So last few days, we've been holding the moving average pretty well. The 48 moving average has been holding. So you see this red line here. We've been climbing back above it. Yesterday, a very nice touch on the 48-minute red moving average here, which is 5666. Held 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Good touch there. If you just bought the dip there, you're good. And then we went to test the upper limit of that resistance here, 56.93. So both those plays well. If you just scalped it, you could easily make money. Probably make more money than me. I only made 400 if you just trade all day. But very within this range. So you will essentially only make money trading futures. If you trade options, you probably get burned because this would be considered chop range. But the chop range is great for scalping, futures. So we're in a very interesting range here. We haven't technically break under, so which means we are still bullish. Which means as long as we're above this line here, I would say as long as we're above 56.50s, we will remain bullish and we will continue to bounce higher. But interesting development has played out. We are seeing like news coming out saying no trade deals, with the tariff and things like that. So just watch it. If we do lose 56.50, get ready to flip bearish. But otherwise, I still want to see 58.50s. This is the range that I've been watching and expecting for the last week now. We moved nowhere this whole week. We've been very tight range this whole week, as it should, because we got a huge move here, right? So usually when you have a huge move like that, it moves nowhere. That's what happened here too. See that? Nowhere move, and then huge move. So nowhere, moving nowhere, chop, and then a little bit more huge move, and then chop, and then potentially next week we could see a huge move up or a huge move down here. 5446 is also possible next week. So I hope that helps. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out, ask us questions in Discord, thumbs up the video if you like it, and I'll keep trying to do this. This is a way for me to keep myself accountable, doing these trade journals, but also hoping to provide you guys market analysis so you guys understand the market more and have a better plan on how to make money. The goal here is to help as much people make money as possible. So good luck. Thank you for watching. Have a great night.